Today's game on KFJB-tv is brought to you by Assured Partners, Boy Scouts of America, Edward Jones, Agent Zach Wall, Embers Retirement Community, Honest Heating and Cooling, Jensen Ford, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wayward Social, Zeno's, Wandering Creek, Wells Fargo Advisors, Laurel Diesel Services, Calvin Rocket, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee, Central State Bank. To Tipoff on your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-tv.
Welcome to Des Moines North. It is a Super Tuesday as the Bobcats match up against the Des Moines Polar Bears on the road. Bobcats looking for their first victory of the season in the boys' game. I'm Brandon Lewis. Great to have you tuned in tonight to our coverage here on KFJB-tv. Polar Bears, meanwhile, are 2-1, but these two boy basketball teams have faced Roosevelt, both suffering losses, so that's a common opponent. We're expecting a good one here inside North High School. We'll step aside real quick, and when we come back, we'll have bonus coverage of the girls' basketball game. Locked up at 24 with 5:15 to go in the basketball game. You're watching Bobcat Athletics. This is KFJB-tv.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
It's Adventure On for Marshalltown Scouting. Adventures like backpacking, ziplining, rock climbing, canoeing, swimming, and more. Survival skills for a scout's greatest adventure, life. Scouts give back to the community. Marshalltown Scouts have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community in our 70-plus year history. Scout leaders are highly trained in SCREAM. Parents are a huge part of Scouting, too. Scouting provides unique opportunities available nowhere else. To learn more about Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure On.
Back in on the countdown to tip-off right here on KFJB-tv. I'm Brandon Lewis, our producer on site, Todd Steinkamp. On camera tonight, it's the one and only Keith Stewart, as well as Jesse DeMeyer. And Jeff Brooks, our producer, back at the studios. He'll be getting us score updates as we go throughout the night tonight. As the Bobcat ladies are 1-3 coming into their matchup on the road at Des Moines North tonight. North is 0-3 so far this season. And this one was a good, nearly 10-point lead for the Bobcat ladies, but it's since been tied up. It's 24 apiece right now with 4:19 to go in the basketball game. So Bobcat's going to have to fight off the attack by the Polar Bears. You know, Polar Bears are actually not white. They're like transparent, but it's just the reflectivity from the snow. It's true. Look at it. Google it. I got Polar Bear facts for days. Todd, our producer, doesn't believe me here. Bobcat ladies will have the basketball with 4 minutes to go here inside North High School. Todd's Googling it as we speak. He doesn't believe me. Ellie Hughes drives, kicks to Sydney Capeyu. And it's translucent. Transparent would mean that it's not there at all. You can see right through their body. But I was on to something. Don't let like Ken Hughey used to tell me, don't let the facts stand in the way of a good story. That's for sure. Bobcats with the basketball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson lets it fly. Long with the rebound down low. We get a tie-up and a jump ball. And the possession arrow is with the Polar Bears. So a translucent rebound right there by the Polar Bears. And we're still tied at 24 apiece. Boy, I tell you what, if you want a really good pep band, you come to Des Moines North. We have seen them rock it out tonight, so we will try to get you the enjoyment and the entertainment from the pep band tonight here at Des Moines North High School. 3 skims off the iron. It is no good. And the Bobcats now back with it, trying to take a lead with the game all tied up at 24. A reach-in foul is going to be called on the Polar Bears. And that looks like that will be number 1 here in the second half, but in the fourth quarter specifically. So no free throws to come here yet. Both teams under that 5 mark for automatic 2 free throws. Bobcats almost throw the interception on the far side with that basketball. A lot of turnovers here tonight for the Bobcats, and there's another one you can add to the slate. That's how Polar Bears have been allowed to kind of come back into this one. Ball handling not where it needs to be here tonight for the Bobcat ladies against the Polar Bears. And the Polar Bears coming back, and they have tied it up here in the fourth. Now the Polar Bears throw it away. Sydney Capeyu gets the clear out over the North logo at midcourt. 3, right wing, Bowie off the back of the backboard. And off the left side of the iron, Polar Bears got the rebound, take it all the way down. Johnson came from behind, poked that one away, says the official. And it will be Polar Bear basketball, baseline right side. And you're watching bonus coverage and listening to bonus coverage here on KFJB-tv, as well as News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM. Bobcat ladies looking for their second victory of the season. Polar Bears throw it into the backcourt. Breakaway. Capeyu up to Johnson. Layup is good, and it's 26-24. Bobcat ladies with the lead. 2.5 minutes to go here inside Des Moines North High School. North working it around the perimeter. They say wide out on a 3, and it rattles home. And the Polar Bears are back up by 1, 27-26 as Bowie trots up court. 2-3 zone defense for the Polar Bears. Jansen, baseline drive, cut off, back out to Bowie, right wing. Up to Johnson, almost picked off. Can Johnson answer the bell? No, she cannot. Long gets the rebound, though, and the left block has it ripped away, and a reach-in foul's going to be called. Boy, there's been some scrums in the paint tonight in this ladies' game. Take a look at that play right there. Johnson on the breakaway, got the feed from Capeyu on KFJB-tv. Made him pay for the turnover. Then a 3 by the Polar Bears to answer. So Bobcats keep it with the tie-up. And I believe they did call a foul, so that's the second foul of the night, team-wise, here in the fourth quarter. Capeyu gets the ball off the inbound, right wing. Bowie inside, it's knocked away out of bounds on the Polar Bears as the intended target was Long. We're down to 1:44. And a timeout's going to be called by head coach Bride Murphy for the ladies. We'll take a timeout with them. This is bonus girls coverage on KFJB-tv. Welcome in to Bobcat Live. We are inside Rosie's at Wayward Social. Out of the timeout by head coach Brian Murphy. Inbound goes to Georgia. Jansen, floater, baseline's no good. Long with the rebound. She puts it back. It is no good. Ball is ripped away with 1:30 and counting in the game. And a foul just over midcourt. And head coach Brian Murphy, a little bit irate, talking to the official. He was surprised that the ball long ended up on the ground. And that's what Brian Murphy's talking about. He was surprised there was not a foul, but then a reaching foul by Kinsley Bowie from behind. So official talking to it. Megan Heitman kind of gives Brian Murphy a tap and says enough. But we are good to go. And the inbounds almost picked up, but boy, a blocking foul way out high called on Bowie. She does not like it. That's quickly the fourth team foul here in the fourth. So one more and Polar Bears will be shooting free throws. Bowie heads to the bench. Johnson, Jansen, Long, Heitman, Capeyu, the five of the floor for the Cats in their red tops and bottoms. Bobcats in white written across the front. Blue numbers outlined in white. Polar Bears, white tops, bottoms. Polar Bears in green written across. A little pink. Three near side. Side of the iron out of bounds. And that's Bobcat basketball down by one with 1:25 to go. Heitman brings it up court. Over to Georgia Jansen. A little give and go, but it's taken away. Just poor execution of passing tonight. That's really been a huge bugaboo. There's been a lot of plays where the Polar Bears have picked it up and taken it the other way with ill-timed passing. Long, though, gets a tough rebound off of a Polar Bear miss, and Heitman gets the clear out, brings it up to Jansen. Holds the basketball, almost double-teamed. High pass to Heitman, brings it down up to Capeyu, top of the key. We're down to our final 45 seconds in this one. Three is off the mark, and there's Heitman. Boy, she gets aggressive in a tie-up and a jump ball possession arrow. Bobcats. This game has gotten a little rough, to say the least. And if these are the same officials for the boys' game, there might be some removal of people if they don't get it under wraps. Always gets a little more physical. Des Moines North with the style of play. Johnson, a tough one inside, floats it up, can't get it. Long try for the rebound. Bobcats turn it back over to the Polar Bears. Shot clock is off. Final 30 of the game. There's going to have to be a foul, and there's going to be free throws coming. Polar Bears playing keep away. Somebody's got a foul. 22 seconds to go. Now 20-17. Shot clock is off. Now a turnover. Johnson's got it. Breakaway to take the lead. She will. And one. Count that bucket. Huge play for the Bobcats. Amira Johnson, with 9 seconds in the game, gives the Bobcats the lead. Look at her teammates riling her up. Huge bucket for the Cats. Timeout on the floor. Bobcats 28-27. Welcome in to Bobcat Live. We are inside Rosie's at Wayward Social. Johnson just gave the Bobcats the lead on a breakaway. Shot clock was turned off. Bobcats were living on the edge right there, but they ended up getting a forced turnover and did not have to foul, which would have sent the Polar Bears to the line. Meanwhile, Johnson got the turnover, made the layup, and here's the free throw to give a 2-point lead. It's missed off the iron. Polar Bears rebound. 8 seconds to go. Turnover, Polar Bears. Bobcat basketball. 7 seconds to go in North. Huge play right there. And the Bobcats get it back with 7 seconds as they'll try to drain the clock away and win this one. I would imagine the Polar Bears will be ready to commit a foul here. Checking back into the game, Aubrey Tejada for the Bobcats. Johnson will inbound, far sideline. Up to Heitman, she'll hold the basketball. No foul called until 3 seconds, so that's big. 4 seconds come off the clock. And we're down to 3.4 seconds. And if Heitman makes both of these, which actually, no, that was the fourth. I was thinking that was the fifth foul. So the Polar Bears took way too long. And the timeout will be called here. They're going to have to commit one more foul, and that might be the end of it. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll step away. This is Bobcat Girls Basketball. You're watching bonus coverage on KFJB-TV.
Pushed out of the pocket. Barker is chasing him. Can he get to him? Wade throws late over the middle field. Is it picked? Do the Bobcats have it? Yeah, they do!
Huge sequence of events for the Bobcat ladies as Amira Johnson gives the Bobcats the lead, and it looks like a win. Capeyu pours in a late bucket to put the Bobcats up by 3 to win this one tonight. 30-27 the final as the Bobcats improved to 2-3 on the season. North falls to 0-4. Capeyu on the inbounds from Heitman. Good pass, found her floater. And as time expires, the Bobcats win it 30-27. Big win for Brian Murphy. We'll talk to him about the girls basketball team performance and the victory coming up at halftime of the boys game. Why don't you take a look at the Bobcat ladies victorious tonight on the road at Des Moines North. Hard fought. They were up by nearly 10 points there in that first half, but North fought back. And the Bobcats close it out. Let's take a look around the conference in action going on tonight in the Iowa Alliance as we get you ready and set to go for the boys basketball game here tonight at Des Moines North. Ames pays a visit to Des Moines East as Ames is 1-1 on the season. Waterloo East is 1-1. They take on Hoover tonight. Also, Fort Dodge, they're 0-3. They're at Des Moines Lincoln. Ottumwa is at Fairfield. Mason City not in action tonight as the Bobcats will face Mason City on Friday night on the road. They are 0-3 so far this season is Mason City as the boys get ready to take the floor. So we'll keep you updated on all of that action around the Iowa Alliance Conference here tonight as Jeff Brooks, our producer back at the radio studios, will give us our Central State Bank scoreboard updates. Bobcats, Polar Bears squared off in just a little bit. Bobcats looking for their first victory of the season. They're 0-3. They take on the 2-1 Des Moines North Polar Bears. Their only loss of the season, a common loss for the Bobcats against Des Moines Roosevelt last week. We'll get a scouting report on the Polar Bears coming up. This is Bobcat Basketball. It's a Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is Lindsay, Director of the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The holidays are a very special time at the Embers. We decorate the common areas with beautiful, festive decorations. Our residents personalize their apartments with their own decorations too. Family members from around the area and the country come to visit their loved ones. It's a fun time of the year, full of warmth. This time next year, you could be decorating your own apartment. Wishing you a safe and Merry Christmas from the Embers Retirement Community.
Welcome back to Des Moines North High School as the Bobcats on the road tonight in Iowa Lions Conference action. Well, scouting report on the Des Moines North Polar Bears. 2-1 out of the Iowa Lions South behind Julian C.A. head coach. Their loss to Roosevelt as they are 2-1 this year, 78-64. So a similar outcome to one the Bobcats had last week to Roosevelt. Wisdom Fode, 17 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, as well as Nazir Lamar. Boy, he sets other people up. 5 assists as he also averages 12.5 points per game. This is a team that averages 73 points per game. The Bobcats going to have to guard the 3. Coming up, we will talk to head coach Mike Apple as the Bobcats set to do battle on the road inside Des Moines North High School here tonight. We're about 15 minutes away from tip it off as you see Trayshawn Brooks there on KFJB-TV. He will probably make his season debut here tonight as he is available. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that with head coach Mike Apple. That's right around the corner. Our pregame visit all brought to you by Exterior Plus Home Remodeling in Marshalltown. This is Bobcat Athletics. You're watching KFJB-TV.
My furnace from 1990 is kind of like my husband. Doesn't perform very well, but I'd rather fix it than replace it.
Like you, Honest Heating and Cooling would rather repair your furnace or AC. We take the time to diagnose the issue and do everything possible to restore it before recommending a new one. Repair, restore. That's Honest. Serving Marshalltown and around. Honest Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. America's brand for comfort. Honest Heating and Cooling.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every previous generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family for generations. We want to be there for your first car. We want to be there for your family SUV. And we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
This is Brady from Legends American Grill. The holiday season is upon us, and it's time to book your company or family get-togethers today. Legends has 2 private party rooms available to help ease with the stress and make your party a success. We even offer party package deals and banquet options to help with your planning process. Call Legends at 641-752-1237 and book your party today. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Welcome back into the countdown to tip-off right here on KFJB-TV. Brandon Lewis, head coach, Mike Apple with us as the Bobcats face off against the Polar Bears here tonight on the road. It's a Super Tuesday in the Iowa Lions Conference. Coach, you guys coming off of a tough week, 0-3 last week, and a Friday night loss on the road at Urbandale. You had practice, able to kind of get back into a groove of things. You've got some positive things coming for you. Trayshawn Brooks has been cleared to at least be available for it tonight. So how was yesterday practice and kind of that tune-up getting ready for it tonight?
Yeah, it was good. I thought our guys were ready to go after that week, and, we kind of emphasized hitting the reset button. Let's focus on this week. Let's focus on Des Moines North, who we have tonight. You look at such early season, how it can set up your long-term success for the season, but
You have to remember, it's a long season. That's only 3 games. Was there any messages by maybe some of your players to the team overall to kind of keep them in the right direction as well?
Yeah, just keep focusing on doing the things we need to do to win games and be successful. We focused on a lot of that. We showed them some film on some things we need to clean up. So, just staying positive with them. They have the right state of mind right now of continuing to work hard, stay consistent in that, and that's just every day in practice to be prepared for that next game.
Lamar Johnson has been out since he really took a hard fall last week. How's he doing in his recovery?
He's still really sore. He's been trying to go. Just kind of knowing Lamar, he's going to go if he can. So, he's continually trying to go every day, and he's taking the right steps of trying to get better with that lower back injury. So, unfortunately, he's not quite ready yet, but hopefully maybe by Friday he'll be okay.
Unfortunately, you've had a couple of years back-to-back now. You had Jackson Bowie, who suffered a football injury, had to work his way back. Same thing for Trayshawn Brooks. Suffered an injury during football season, but he is kind of cleared tonight. I'm sure you're going to kind of take it easy with him as he recovers from that knee. Is that right, or is he good to go full strength tonight?
Yeah, it's kind of he's going to be a little limited just because he's fresh back this week. So it's just we want to be smart about what we're doing with him, kind of ease his way back into it and make sure he's 100% before we kind of full blow, or he's not getting out of the game too often.
How good is the recovery process with Marshalltown High School? You see kids injured, but how's that road back for them? Is there the support that needs to be there? That's kind of what we continue to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. Avery does a great job, working with our athletes and making sure they're good to go and taking the appropriate steps in rehab and working at it. Because that's what it takes. If you want to get back on the court, you need to make sure you're doing that and taking that rehab seriously.
Kyle Smith off to such a hot start, 41 points already, averaging just above 13 points per game through 3 games. Is he exceeding expectations as the sophomore continues to learn?
Not really. We've seen kind of what he did this offseason, and we've seen him before the season. So he's, the last couple games he's had struggles shooting it a little bit, but he's a guy that's going to shoot it when he's open, and he's going to make those just based on the shooter he is and so forth. So the biggest thing with him is he is younger, and he's learning the game as we go here. So just kind of understanding the concepts of what we're trying to do a little bit more, and understanding when those shots we need to take them and so forth.
Julian CA and the Des Moines North Polar Bears, your opponent here tonight. Last year, you guys successful 2-0 against Des Moines North. As they come in on the season, keeping an eye on Wisdom Faudet. Right now, 17 points per game, 3 rebounds. Kind of a little bit of a mixed bag with what they bring back from last year. But what really sticks out on tape that you're going to have to be ready for tonight?
Well, if you're not ready, they can score it at a very high clip. They're ready to score it. They're ready to play fast. And a lot of guys shoot for them, and they're not afraid to shoot it if they're open. So we got to be ready to go. We got to take care of the ball. They're going to try and speed us up, use their quickness to try and to do some full court press, some trap things, and we have to make sure we take care of the ball, or they really capitalize on those turnovers, and they're off and running.
It's one of those teams where not a slam, but they're kind of a street ball team a little bit. They want to turn you over and quickly putting up the 3. We've seen some really far shots. I mean, maybe you get ready and you watch some Grinnell tape. How much they put up the 3 ball, but what that style facing north, what. Is that a little bit of a different challenge than you face most nights?
Yeah, it is. You just got to really emphasize we can't get in and start playing their game. You just got to take what they get, slow it down when we can, reverse the ball movement, and then usually good things will happen, especially if they're going to try and play fast and trap that much. They want you to try and shoot it quick, and then they get the ball in their hands and they're going to try and score it, and that's the type of game they like to play.
Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that is head coach Mike Apple. That is our Exterior Plus Home Remodeling pregame chat with Coach. Coming up next, we will get you tonight's starting lineups from North High School in Des Moines on KFJB-tv.
My name's Lake Schultz. I'm the co-owner of Exterior Plus Home Remodeling. At Exterior Plus, we truly strive to build relationships one customer at a time. And that's why we're the Midwest's #1 choice in full home remodels. Located in Marshalltown, Iowa, as well as Lincoln, Nebraska, we pride ourselves in providing quality service on time, every time. Give us a call for a free inspection and estimate at 844-261-6111. That's 844-261-6111. Thanks. Talk to you soon.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Quality furniture for every room in your home. Pence Appliance and TV. For sales and service of everything appliance, come see the Pence team. Wayward Social. The place for bowling, games, food, and more. Wells Fargo Advisors. Marshalltown. Sports Plus. Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center. SportsPlusTherapy.com.
Back inside North High School as the pep band put on a show before we get going. Polar Bears are 2-1 on the season as the Bobcats 0-3 on a Super Tuesday. We hope to have you along on Thursday night as Bobcat Live returns the winter edition at Wayward Social in Marshalltown. Will be inside Rosie's 6 to 7. Hope to see you there. We'll try to get that Iowa State game on for you as well. We're going to talk to girls basketball head coach Brian Murphy, Sydney Capeu from the girls basketball team. Also, we will talk boys basketball. I know Kyle Smith going to be there. We'll talk to activities director Ryan Isgrigg for the Bobcats, and also band director Brett Umphin. They've got their winter concert coming up right around the corner. So action-packed Bobcat Live from Wayward Social Thursday night from 6 to 7. Hope to have you along on KFJB-TV. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Get upcoming game and show alerts. All right, time for tonight's starting lineups, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineup. Well, the starting lineup for Julian C.A. and the Polar Bears tonight looks like this. Wisdom Fode, as he wears number 1. He's a 6'2 junior, averaging 17 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, 56% from the floor he shoots it. Also, he's gone 6 of 12, just 50% from the free throw line. He is a guard. J.J. C.A., he is the son of head coach Julian C.A. Number 2, he's a freshman at 5'7" and a guard, averaging 4.5 points per game, 1.5 assists per game, and 2.5 steals per game, as the young 5'7" freshman gets the start tonight. Number 4, Nazir Lamar. He is a 5'8" junior guard, averaging 12.5 points per game, 5 of 5 from the free throw strike, coming in 33% from behind the three-point line. Number 10, Amos Poe. He'll get the start. 10 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, a 6-foot senior. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Polar Bears, number 22, DeCorian White. He's averaging 13 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, a 6'2 junior, as he is averaging 2.5 steals per game. And watch out for him behind the three-point arc, 57% so far this season. So Julian C.A.'s team loves to shoot it behind the three-point arc. They're shooting 33% from long distance coming into this one, averaging 73 points per game. Now for the Marshalltown Bobcats, behind 6-year head coach Mike Apple, former Bobcat himself, 0-3, looking for their first victory of the season. It'll be Carter Giannetto, the senior, at 5'10", committed to go play at Simpson, a guard, averaging 5.3 points per game. He's been the point guard since Trayshawn Brooks has been out, 2.3 rebounds per game and 3 assists as well for number 1, Carter Giannetto. Number 10, Kyle Smith, as we see highlighted right there on KFJB-TV. Off to a good start, 13.7 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, an assist per game, 3 steals, 4-5 from the charity stripe, and 31% from long distance, as he had 11 points and 5 rebounds against Urbandale in a 63-35 loss on Friday night. His brother, number 11, Corey Smith, will get the go tonight. 5 points per game, 4.3 rebounds. And last year, he only averaged 0.2 points per game, so well above that this year, as Corey Smith shooting at 47% from the floor. Number 24, Rogelio Sarin. He was our player of the game on Friday night against the Urbandale Jayhawks. He is averaging 4.3 points per game and 2 rebounds per game. The 6'1 senior guard, Rogelio Sarin. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Marshalltown Bobcats, as Jacob Hayes, number 30, will get the start. 6'3 sophomore. He went 0-4 shooting against Urbandale on Friday, looking to catch fire, averaging 4 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, as Lamar Johnson is out here tonight, as he averages 3 points per game and 5 rebounds per game. We might see Trayshawn Brooks, as Coach alluded to, could make his season debut. A year ago, he averaged 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4.7 assists per game. That would be huge production back in the lineup, not to mention 71% from the free throw stripe. We're just about ready to get things tipped off at Des Moines North here tonight on KFJB-TV. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll tip things off on a Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Ready to take the next step in your education? Look no further. Marshalltown Community College is your ticket to endless opportunities. Our dedicated faculty and diverse programs are your pathway to success. Whether you're pursuing a career in healthcare, industry, or earning your AA degree, MCC offers the flexibility you need. We provide convenient online classes and locations in Marshalltown and Grinnell. Picture yourself thriving at MCC. Your journey begins now. Discover more at MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
Welcome in to Bobcat Live. We are inside Rosie's at Wayward Social. Will take the 3. Boy, that's a pure bucket right there. The Bobcats look to break it 0-3 slide to begin the season on the road at Des Moines North tonight to face off against the North Polar Bears. They are 2-1 out of the Iowa Alliance South, as the Bobcats out of the Iowa Alliance North. As you see the starters, Carter Giannetto, Kyle Smith, Corey Smith, Rogelio Sarin, and Jacob Hayes getting the go tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats in their road blue tops and bottoms. Marshalltown written in white, outlined in red, as the Des Moines North Polar Bears finally announced here. The PA announcer had his mic batteries go out, so they had to replace that before they got the starting lineups here tonight at Des Moines North. Coming up after the game, we'll name our player of the game, all presented by Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill in Marshalltown. Visit Calvin Rocket pre or post-game. Rogelio Sarin, our player of the game on Friday night, and 7 points and a couple of rebounds for the Bobcats. 6'1 senior last year, just had 0.7 points per game and 0.9 rebounds per game, so well above that this year, and been a key contributor for the Bobcats so far this season. Both teams are ready and good to go, as Des Moines North will wear their white tops and bottoms, green numbers outlined in black. Officials ready to go here inside Des Moines North. I'm Brandon Lewis. Great to have you tuned in to Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe as well to get upcoming game alerts with Bobcat Athletics, plus game shows like Bobcat Live, which returns this Thursday night here on KFJB-TV. It'll be Wisdom Fode to jump for the North Polar Bears. Corey Smith will be out to jump for the Bobcats. Head coach Mike Apple looks on here as the Bobcats look to get off to a fast start against a team who will want to shoot the 3 here tonight. Tip goes into the backcourt for the Polar Bears, and they will control the basketball to begin the game as JJCA will bark out the offensive calls. Pass over to the right wing. Now a handoff to White. White drives inside and hangs on the iron with a shot. It's no good. Rogelio Sarin with a rebound clear out to Corey Smith. Charges up on the far side of the floor. Almost has his pocket picked. And gets it back to Carter Giannetto at the top of the key as the offense will reset here. Rogelio Sarin fighting through a couple of screens. Gets it near side corner. He's going to be trapped. Drops it in. Right block. Fake shot. 3. Kyle Smith will take it. And it's pure bucket right there from the left wing. Splash for Kyle Smith. A little bit off the mark past couple of games, but that's a good start for the sophomore. 3-0 Bobcats. Polar Bears to answer. A drive inside by Faudet. And you can count that bucket right there on the right block. He has it 4-2. Bobcats, a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. They have the ball poked away, but good job by Jacob Hayes. Gets the basketball back up to Corey Smith. Almost trapped. Now he throws it. Pass that's intercepted. And Carter Giannetto wins it back. As the pass was originally intended for Carter Giannetto, there's going to be a travel on the right wing. The sophomore will turn it over. As a little bit too quick moving there for Kyle Smith. And it's back to the Bobcats as they lead it 3-2. 6:33 opening quarter of play tonight at Des Moines North High School. On the near sideline is Julian C.A., head coach for the Polar Bears, gives the offensive call. Rogelio Sarin guarding out high on White on the left wing. Swings it to the top. Around the perimeter they go to the far side. Now back up to Faudet. Faudet guarded by Jacob Thiessen. Pull up Jay. On the right side of the paint. It's good for Wisdom Faudet. Averaging 17 points per game. And you can see pretty good pure shooter right there as he was able to pull up and drop the bucket for 2 to give the Polar Bears a lead 4-3. Carter Giannetto kicks out near side corner. Thrown away by Sarin. Quickly in transition. 3 left wing and splash. JJCA. 3-point bucket, and just like that, it is 7-3. Polar Bears on top of the Bobcats on KFJB-TV.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
This is Galil Joy. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-tv.
Bobcats find themselves in an early hole after a couple of big transition buckets for the Polar Bears. Last one by JJCA as he dropped a 3 from the left wing. And so a 4-point lead in the first quarter, 5:45 to go. As the Bobcats will get the ball out of the timeout called by head coach Michael Apple. Still in the backcourt, got to get it over the mid-court stripe, and there's going to be a push, and the foul's going to come in on Amos Poe, his first, as he was guarding Carter Giannetto, bringing it up the near side. So foul first of the night on either team, and that's, of course, the first on Amos Poe. Into the backcourt, the inbounds pass goes into Carter Giannetto. Up to the left wing, he dribbles. Almost, yeah, he does. Dribble himself into a trap, tries to throw it away, and Polar Bears come away with it. A layup attempt, though, is no good by Faudet, and the Bobcats get the basketball, but then immediately turn it over off of Kyle Smith's leg, and put in the bucket for Amos Poe. It's good for 2, as they stole it away from the sophomore and put it in, and he drew the foul. It's 9-3 now here in the first quarter, 5:15 to go. Poe at the line for the and one, a 43% shooter at the free throw stripe this season. 3 of 7 coming into tonight's action. And the free throw's up and off the back of the iron, no good for Amos Poe, but out of bounds on the Bobcats as Kyle Smith was trying for the rebound. And the Polar Bears will retain possession as Decorian White was able to get that one for the green and white in the Polar Bears. Driving the paint, a scoop and score, drawing the foul, sliding to the floor. The Polar Bears with 5:06 in the opening quarter. It's 9-3. And shots to come here for Nazir Lamar, a 5'8 junior, will head to the line for 2 free throws. So far, 100% on the season, 5 of 5. And he is now 5 of 6 as Lamar rattles out the first free throw. The second one will rattle out as well, so it'll stay a 6-point game. Bobcats trailing early on the road here tonight in the Des Moines Metro. Bobcats over the timeline, got it to Rogelio Sarin. That one was tipped, so it went in the backcourt, but they got it back up to Rogelio Sarin. He travels before he puts the ball down on the floor, and it's back to the Polar Bears with 4:51 in the opening quarter. Bobcats trailing at 9-3 and making his season debut. Trayshawn Brooks, the 6'1 senior last year, 9.2 points per game for the Bobcats, 5 rebounds, 4.7 assists, and big to see number 3 into the game for the Bobcats. Wide open 3 from the far side is off the right side of the iron. No good. Carter Giannetto is able to come up with that rebound. Corey Smith up to Rogelio Sarin. Sarin back to Kyle Smith. And Giannetto still running the point even though Trayshawn Brooks is in there. Gets to the top of the key, throws a pass to Giannetto. It's picked off. The 2-on-1 goes in. Tough. Wisdom to O'Day makes the bucket for 2. He has 6 here in the opening quarter of play. Trayshawn did a nice job to cut his lane off, but just a really nice completion on the play on the layup by Faudet. And Polar Bears are up 11-3 here in the first quarter. Giannetto right wing. Guarded out high by Poe. Now Trapp back to Giannetto. Right high post. Jumper is no good. A rebound out on the left wing as Faudet brings it in, and now blocking foul's going to be called on Rogelio Sarin. Got a little bit too much body contact. Second foul on the Bobcats here in the opening quarter with 3:38. And 11-3 our scores. Polar Bears have the basketball into the front court. DeCorian White hands it off to Wisdom Faudet. Kyle Smith is guarding on him. Faudet crosses over, drives down the right side, loses it out of bounds, but they save. It's poked out of there by Kyle Smith, or Corey Smith. And it will remain with the Polar Bears. Substitution for the Bobcats. Rogelio Sarin will check out of the game. In for him, number 40, Davis Ragland. JJCA gets the basketball. Fakes like he's going to take a 3. Gives it off to Faudet. Faudet says, why not? Off the front of the iron right side. Trayshawn Brooks skies the ladder. Hauls in the rebound for the Bobcats as we approach the 3-minute mark in the opening quarter. Bobcats down big, 11-3 already. Jacob Hayes not real confident in his shot. He had a little window right there, and he opted to pass it away. Carter Giannetto tried to get it back to Jacob Hayes, but it was pushed out of bounds by the Polar Bears. Few guys in a funk for the Bobcats right now, including Kyle Smith. He had a 3 to open the game. That's the only Bobcat bucket so far. A good start for him. Giannetto's been called to start the year as well. Averaged 6 a game last year, averaging just 5 now. Trayshawn. Jumper at the free throw stripe. It is no good. Rebound North. Outlet quickly up court. Layup missed by Lamar and out of bounds on the Polar Bears. Clock stops with 2:35 opening quarter of play. Baseline right side, nearly underneath the hoop. Polar Bears will inbound. And it looks like Warbillow, I believe, is number 20. Yes, it was 20. Hard to read those North numbers. They're white, outlined in green on a white uniform. So just a slim outline, but it was Billio who has checked into the game. And on a drive, Amos Poe, he's fouled on the way up. Shot no good. 2:29 the clock stops at here in the first quarter. And 2 free throws to come for Amos Poe. His second trip to the line. He had an and one and missed it earlier tonight. This time, though, he drops in the first free throw. With Amos Poe, we mentioned 43% free throw shooter so far on this young season. Now 4 of 9 so far this year. And just like that, he improves his free throw shooting up to 50% on the season. As he knocks down both free throws. And now the Polar Bears pick off the inbound pass, and that's a travel. Yep, travel inside. Lamar had it on the left wing, drove to the left block, but was turning around trying to fire back to a teammate. And as he did so, his feet kind of kept going, and a travel's going to be called. Bobcats get it back. Trayshawn Brooks up to Carter Giannetto. Giannetto over the timeline. Over to Rogelio Sarin. Sarin drives baseline. Ragland backside has his shot blocked. Looked like maybe a little bit of hand in there as well, but nevertheless, it's out on the Polar Bears as Ragland's jumper from the right block was blocked. And 2:11 in the opening quarter. Inbound to Giannetto. Looks like he's going to go up. Over to Ragland, left wing. At the swing from Corey Smith. Corey Smith gets it back. Drive down to the left block, and the layup is good for 2, and a good decisive play by Corey Smith, the senior for the Bobcats. 13-5. Got to answer a layup out of control. No good by Amos Poe. Bobcats turn it over, though. Boy, tell you what, North, a lot of effort out there to try to get that ball back, but some undisciplined play. Faudet turns it over as the junior lost his control on the baseline far side as he was trying to drive down to the right block. Back to the Bobcats with 1:40 to go in this opening quarter of play. Last layup right there by Corey Smith. KFJB-tv, see that replay. Now the Bobcats almost throw a turnover, but Trayshawn Brooks gets it back. Quick outlet to Rogelio Sarin. Layup hangs on the rack. Falls off. Polar Bears get it in transition. Sloppy ball control, but they finally gather it back in. And a shooting drive down to the right block. Lamar good with the layup for 2. His first bucket of the game. .60 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Corey Smith. Man, I don't know what's going on with me tonight. Corey, I've got them all confused. Anyway, it's a turnover on the Bobcats. Ball goes out of bounds on the baseline. And the Polar Bears have it with the final 60 seconds now in the opening quarter. Bobcats down by 10. 15-5 is our score. 3 from way out high, from straight on. It is no good. McNeely is checked in. Terrian McNeely, the 5'11 junior, 7 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, and watch out, 67% from 3-point territory. Giannetto needs a 3. Can't buy it over the backboard and out of bounds. And it's still a 10-point game. Shot clock off with 34 seconds to go opening quarter. I doubt the Polar Bears drain the clock 30 seconds, but I've seen crazier things. And maybe they will. Slow things down for the first time in this first quarter. And they'll play for the last shot. This is a team averaging 73 points per game. Meanwhile, the Bobcats just shy of 40 points per game. So Bobcats definitely don't want to get in a shootout here tonight. 3 at 5 seconds to go in the opening quarter. It's no good on the far side. Trayshawn Brooks in transition. Did not have the awareness on where the clock was at, and it runs out before the Bobcats can get a shot off. And we end the opening quarter down by 10 for the Bobcats, 15-5 on KFJB-TV.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
My name's Carter Giannetto, and you're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-tv.
Time for a Central State Bank scoreboard update tonight. Centennial leading Iowa City Liberty 60-34 with 6:30 left in the game. Dowling leads Johnston after one quarter, 8-6. Halftime, Nevada, the Cubs leading Sadell 23-22. South Hardin leading East Marshall after one quarter, 12-10. Des Moines Lincoln leads Fort Dodge after one quarter, 19-6. In Fairfield, currently leading Ottumwa after one, 11-9. And after one on the Hy-Vee scoreboard, it is 15-5. Des Moines North on top of the Bobcats as he'll get the ball to begin the second quarter on a Super Tuesday. I'm Brandon Lewis, our producer on site. Todd Steinkamp, Jeff Brooks, our producer back at the radio studios. On camera on KFJB tonight, Keith Stewart as well as Jesse DeMeyer. Giannetto controls the basketball on the top of the key. They get it near side. Kyle Smith trapped right down to Rahelio Sarin, trapped on the right block. Now cross-court pass to Giannetto. Giannetto baseline drive, late kick to Rahelio Sarin and thrown away by the Bobcats. Down by 10. Polar Bears have it in transition. Quick drive by McNeely. McNeely tried, I don't know if that was a shot or a pass. I don't know what was going on, but it was out of control. Back to the Cats. Kyle Smith, his second three of the night. Splash! 6 points for the sophomore and a much-needed bucket for the Bobcats. 15-8. Bobcats trailing on the road here tonight. And that one, a jumper inside the left wing by Aaron Poe. It pops in and out, no good. On the long range two from the left side. Corey Smith trying to go for a no-look pass, but it doesn't pay off in transition. Lamar layup, no good. Follow putback by Fode is good, though. And he has 8 points in the first half. Kyle Smith up to, it looked like he was going to pass to Giannetto, but he gives it back to Corey Smith, his brother, who will bring it across the timeline. Looking to hand off to Hayes, but they do a nice job to trap, and now North with a pick. And Fode with a behind-the-back pass into the scores table. Not who you were looking for. 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Bobcat basketball near side. Jacob Thiessen will be the man to pass it in, and yeah, there's, well, Coach, come on. You're wide open. He's not able to catch that one. Pressure getting to the Bobcats here in this one. As North turning it up a notch. Yeah, cross-court pass almost picked off. That's a dangerous play against North. Now baseline down the left block using the glass. No good by Jacob Thiessen. Polar Bears outlet. McNeely up to the near side. Now a drive in by Amos Poe. Kicks it to Fode. Fode back left wing. Wide. Whoa, that one's off the front of the iron. No good by McNeely. And they get a putback right there. That one's going to be good by Aaron Poe for two. Down there on the right block. Approaching 5.5 minutes, second quarter. Giannetto. And we're going to have an away from the ball foul here, as Terry and McNeely will pick up a foul as Kyle Smith hit the deck. As McNeely will pick up his first foul of the night. And the tie-up warranted, I believe, a technical foul. So that one on McNeely. Kyle Smith at the line misses the first of two free throws. And one more to come. Second one is good for Kyle Smith. Nine points for Kyle Smith. Excuse me. Seven points for Kyle Smith. Three on the far side. Sorry, I had to check my scorecard. Corey Smith was the one who got the 1 2-point bucket as Bobcats trailing on the road here, and even more so inside. A tough play by Amos Poe. He scores it for two. 21-9 is our score. Giannetto just over the timeline, standing on top of the Des Moines North logo at midcourt. Goes to Rogelio Sarin. Bad pass right there. Aaron Poe in transition. Bad layup. Misses it on the right side. Carter Giannetto back in transition over the midcourt stripe. Up to Rogelio Sarin. Baseline drive. Has it ripped away. Kyle Smith 3. Straight on. Skims off the iron. No good. Rebound by Amos Poe. Quickly up court. Back to McNeely. McNeely, a 3. It's no good. If he's in the gym, he's open. Nearly 4.5 minutes to go before halftime. Giannetto up high. Trying to see if there's some sort of avenue going to open up for him to dribble into the paint, but really nothing going. Now a 3, right wing. That one might have grazed the iron. North almost throws a turnover. But Thiessen wasn't able to recover on defense, and a drive by Fode is good, 23-9. As Fode went down to the right block, and he's having his way early on in this one. 4 minutes to go before halftime. Rogelio Sarin back to Kyle Smith, wide open left wing. He is good. Again, 3 3-pointers for the Bobcats sophomore Kyle Smith. And a timeout is taken by the North Polar Bears. 23-12. Bobcats down by 11 on the road at North High School on KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Hey Bobcat Nation, it's Jacob Hayes. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Well, the Bobcats in an early hole trying to dig their way back out of it. See number 3 back into the game, Trayshawn Brooks for the Bobcats. He played a little bit earlier in the first quarter. And now back into the game. No points so far for Trayshawn Brooks, but Bobcats welcoming back him after suffering an injury during the football season against the Ames Little Cyclones, a knee injury. 23-12, Bobcats trailing as we come out of a timeout taken by the Polar Bears and head coach Julian C.A. Left wing, Fode up high to Poe. Poe dribbling down the right side of the paint, swiped by Trayshawn Brooks. I don't think he got a piece of it, but the layup was off by Poe. No good. Bobcats get it cleared out. Up court quickly to Kyle Smith in the far side quarter. Dribbles out of some pressure. Up to Trayshawn Brooks as the Bobcats will reset the offense. Trayshawn Brooks dribbles to the right wing. Kind of backs it out. Forcing a pass to Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith tries to catch it, and he's out of bounds as he does so. And a turnover on the Bobcats with 3:12 to go before halftime. Jock passes in to J.J. C.A. Will run the points. Gets a screen. Down to the right block. Rogelio Sarin guards him. Forces a turnover. Trayshawn Brooks comes away with the basketball up the near side. Speeds ahead. Dribbles to the free throw stripe. Kicks out. Wide open. Corey Smith off the right side of the iron. Rebound out to the near side by Wisdom Fode. Hesitation move to the free throw line. Drops it down to the right block. Boy, backside. Where's the defense? Majok. His first bucket of the night. Trayshawn Brooks over the timeline into the front courts. To Rogelio Sarin. Looking around, nothing doing. Bobcats throw it away. Trayshawn Brooks, Corey Smith not on the same page right there as that one sails into the far side stands. Just got a final. Centennial defeats Iowa City Liberty 70-48. We are nowhere near a final here in Des Moines North as the ladies' game went long. We'll talk to Brian Murphy, head coach for the girls basketball team, as they won 30-27. Zamira Johnson hit a big bucket just before the end of the game. And it gave the Bobcats a lead, and then Sidney Capeyu ended up hitting a 2-point shot to give him a 3-point victory. On the road at Des Moines North as the Bobcat ladies back to 2-3 on the season now. Bobcat boys in the front court. Trayshawn Brooks in the far side quarter throws it away. He's trying to get it to his teammates in Rogelio Sarin. And it was knocked away out of bounds. They say last touch by the Polar Bears, so will stay with the Bobcats with 1:51 to go before halftime. Trayshawn Brooks near the midcourt line, controlling it as he just got it from Corey Smith, excuse me. Now a turnover, trying to get it to Giannetto, but Trayshawn Brooks hustles back defensively. North is out of bounds on the baseline, and that'll be a turnover back to the Bobcats. As struggling with the ball control was Poe, and just kind of backed himself out on that baseline. And no, they say it was actually touched by, I was going to say, it should be Bobcat basketball right there. I didn't think there was much of a question about it. And Trayshawn Brooks will inbound to Carter Giannetto and flips it right back to his teammate as Trayshawn Brooks will trot over the 10-second line. Swings it to Carter Giannetto, trapped. Now to Rogelio Sarin. Near side corner, he almost gets trapped. Trayshawn Brooks, spin move on the right block. He was getting ready to put up a shot, but it was knocked away by North, and they say a foul on the floor. Baseline right side. 1:16 to go in the second quarter. Bobcats down by 13. Trayshawn looking on the inbounds play. Up to Kyle Smith. 3 wide open, and splash again. His fourth of the night. 4-3 for the sophomore. Bobcats back within 10. White trying to get the feed from his teammate in Faudet, but it's lost down there. The Bobcats come away with the turnover. Should be a big spot to get the game under 10. Trayshawn Brooks goes up. Oh, he hits the deck hard. Going up against two Polar Bears who stepped in at the right block. And a foul's going to be called, and Trayshawn Brooks will go to the line for 2. There's that last shot. Boy, inbound, they just lost Kyle Smith, and the 3 dropped in. As we see Trayshawn Brooks head to the line. Last year, a 71% free throw shooter. As Brooks takes a couple of dribbles, spins the ball around, and the free throw is off the front of the iron. No good on the first free throw attempt of the season for Trayshawn Brooks. Second free throw to come. This one to cut the lead down to 9. And he will rattle it in, splits them, and Trayshawn Brooks with his first point of the season. 40 seconds to go before halftime. Poe up high, guarded by Corey Smith. Hands off to White. Smith picks him up. White down the paint. Trayshawn Brooks reached in, thought he got all ball, but they're going to call a foul on Trayshawn on the reach in. That foul was on the floor. Don't think it should be. Getting real loose with continuation right there. That foul came in way up high in the free throw lane. In the paint. And then later on, the shot attempt came, but they'll give White 2 free throws. And after averaging 13 points per game, he has his first bucket of the contest here tonight via the free throw. And the second one is good as well. So both free throws good by DeCorian White. And he's just 8 of 18 coming into the night at the free throw line. Sarin trapped. Got it back out to Trayshawn Brooks at the top of the key. 15 seconds to go before halftime. We'll see if the Bobcats play for the final shot. Sarin over to Giannetto. Now back to Trayshawn with 6 on the game clock. Fakes a 3, then pulls up off the front of the iron. That'll do it. We'll head to halftime with our score 27-16. Bobcats down. Kyle Smith, the one keeping him in the game tonight. 4 threes for the sophomore. Bobcats down by 11 at the break. They trailed by 13 in the second quarter. We'll talk to Brian Murphy, head girls basketball coach. Get your stat update at halftime on a Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Scouts in Marshalltown go on fun adventures. Scouts learn about the outdoors. Scouts learn character building. Scouts learn citizenship. Scouts learn life skills. Scouts learn to be leaders. Scouts go to fun summer camps, and Scouts get a head start in life. Marshalltown has produced over 200 Eagle Scouts in our over 70-year history and have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community. To learn more about joining Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure on!
This is Lindsay, Director of the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The holidays are a very special time at the Embers. We decorate the common areas with beautiful, festive decorations. Our residents personalize their apartments with their own decorations too. Family members from around the area and the country come to visit their loved ones. It's a fun time of the year, full of warmth. This time next year, you could be decorating your own apartment. Wishing you a safe and Merry Christmas from the Embers Retirement Community.
KFJB-TV presents the Bobcat Halftime Report.
Welcome back to Des Moines North High School. 27-16 is our score at the break. Oh boy, lots of concession offerings here at Des Moines North. And not only that, but they have a superb pep band, that is for sure. At the break, Kyle Smith leading the Bobcats with 14. 2 for Corey Smith. Meanwhile, Wisdom Faudet, 10 points at the break, leads the Des Moines North Polar Bears in scoring. Amos Poe with 4. Victorious head coach Brian Murphy right around the corner as the ladies won 30-27 earlier tonight. We'll talk about that one coming up. This is Bobcat basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
At Honest Heating and Cooling, they take comfort seriously. Their latest offering? Smart Integrity Monitoring. Combined with an honest maintenance plan, it takes all the guessing out of home comfort. Their technicians take accurate measurements of all the necessary parameters and deliver you the truth about where your home's comfort stands. If you're not measuring, you're just guessing. That's honest. Get a Smart Integrity Monitoring plan and let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7. Honest Heating and Cooling.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Assured Partners, Power through Partnership, Boy Scouts of America, Adventure On, Edward Jones, Zach Wall, your financial advisor in Marshalltown, Embers Retirement Community, independent living for active seniors, Honest Heating and Cooling. Let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7.
Welcome back to Des Moines North at the break, 27-16 in the boys' game at the break as the Bobcats trailing by 11. Brian Murphy, head coach for the girls basketball team, now 2-3 on the season as the Bobcats drop the Polar Bears 30-27. Polar Bears now 0-4 on the season. So final seconds are counting down. And I was thinking, oh boy, the Bobcats got a foul here. What's going on? No foul came.
You and me both.
So no foul came, but then Amira Johnson, she ends up getting a turnover, takes it in, gives you the lead with the layup right there, drew the foul, and the rest is history. What did you think about that moment right there for the freshman?
The thing we've always said about Amara is she thrives in chaos, and I mean she showed that there. I mean she has kind of this innate sense. I mean when she gets going to the rim, she has a way of finishing. I mean we knew the second she had that ball, we knew she was going to make it. And then the foul came, and that was kind of the added bonus because I mean, once that ball's out on the floor, I mean, you know she's going to be the one that gets there first, and you know she scrapped and got it. I mean, that's as a coach, that's all you can ask is even if you're yelling for the foul and they don't do it. I mean, sometimes the best thing to do is not to listen. So
great ending. Sydney Capello was able to pour in a last second shot as time was expiring to give you the 3-point victory. Now at 2-3 on the season, has to feel good after dropping last week, give you a little bit of momentum. Now you're going to have a few days off to kind of get yourself ready to go on the road to take on Mason City.
Yeah, well, and honestly, one of the good things coming out of a tight win like that is we have a lot of film to watch on ourselves from tonight, things that are going to apply, I think, for the whole season where, we talk about being a young team often, and there were multiple situations in that game where I think a lot of our players simply haven't been in before, where we've got the lead, we're coasting a little bit, we took our foot off the gas defensively, suddenly we couldn't get the ball to drop. They picked up North picked up their intensity, we didn't respond. And then certainly some of those tight situations. I mean, there's a lot of learning that needed to happen, and these are the types of games that we want to be in. And so certainly some of the defensive intensity will certainly apply to Mason City, but we've got a lot to think about for ourselves as a team and how to continue growing that we're going to kind of use this game as a launching point.
Yeah, because you were up by at least 10 points in that second and third quarter. I mean, and that's one thing where, sometimes you maybe haven't been there, so you get a little comfortable, and you're like, oh, okay, but it's kind of how you respond, and I thought how they responded well with Polar Bears coming back into this one was impressive just because, like you mentioned, with such a young team, that's where those tough situations when the nail biters, you know what I mean, they can go anyway.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
On the road at Mason City, I know they traditionally tough. I know they're pretty tough. I think they took it to the Polar Bears last week.
They did.
Correct.
Yep. So they are currently top 5 in 4A.
Yeah.
So they're a solid team. They lost no one from last year. They were very good last year. They've got one of the best players in our conference, Reggie Spots. Great shooter, great with the ball. So we know we've got to come in there. Historically, they run a really solid 1-3 run, extended full court. It's one of those things where Coach Clausen's been there for over 20 years. I mean, he's got his system. His girls know the system, so you know exactly what you're walking into with them. The challenge is responding to it and recognizing that, we're going to scout it the best we can, but it's always going to be a little different when you're actually in the action with the intensity and the length they've got. So we've got a lot to prepare for, but I think hopefully we can use this as kind of a learning opportunity to see. There are times you can use defensive intensity and aggression against them, and we've got it on film now. But now we've got to start applying that to the next team.
Reggie Spons is a senior, right?
Finally.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, they've got a lot of seniors. Finally, that team has been together since they were sophomores.
Yeah.
So they're a solid group.
Being able to have your team kind of in a similar situation, what does that mean to you? I mean, being able, and we talked about it a little bit, just being able to have freshmen and sophomores play together and come up to be able to be like in a situation like Mason City in a couple years from now, it's really paying off long term.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the thing about tonight that was so beautiful is it truly was a team effort. I mean, especially in that first half.
Yeah.
I mean, we were subbing through. Our defense was so intense that girls were needing a break, and the girls coming off the bench were throwing themselves in the defensive end just as well. And a lot of girls that don't necessarily make it in the stat sheet. I mean, Tanya Mora did an amazing job defensively of getting into the offensive players and forcing turnovers, forcing steals. And I don't know what her final stats look like, but her impact was huge. And I thought we were kind of that way across the board where, Sydney Capello is another one where she's just so solid in everything she does. And it doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but those are the types of things that you build on as a team and recognize that, if we're going to do things successfully, we got to do it with all 9, all 10 that are playing. And I thought tonight was a great example of that.
Awesome. Congrats on the win. Thanks for the time. We'll talk to you Friday, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. That's Brian Murphy, head coach for the Bobcats. Second half is right around the corner. And Des Moines North in the boys basketball game right here on KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
With over 10,000 cars at our disposal, Jensen Ford...
Hold on. That's not really how we do things at Jensen Ford.
How about, it's never been a better time to buy a brand new...
Yeah, we don't really do that either. When you're ready to buy a car, we'll be ready to help.
Try this. We'll get you in and out faster than a speeding...
We don't do that either. At Jensen Ford, we'll take as much time as you need to find the right vehicle. We're not just moving cars, but we're building relationships.
Oh, maybe more of a... This is where your family buys their vehicles.
There you go. More like that.
Well, at the break, Bobcat leading score, 14 points for Kyle Smith. Corey Smith with 2, and that's it. Trayshawn Brooks had 1 point at the break as he did put in a free throw. He went 1 of 2 at the free throw stripe. 27-16, we are ready to start the third quarter at Des Moines North on a Super Tuesday here on KFJB-TV. I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight for our coverage. Des Moines North heading off on the right wing. Post sends a screen after he got the basketball. JJCA with the basketball on the right wing. Passes back up to Faudet at the top of the key. A flash in the paint by Lamar, but they didn't pass it to him. They pass it left wing now over to the right wing to Faudet. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Poe puts up a 3, and wow. Just before the buzzer. Good for the Polar Bears, and it's 30-16. That's their largest lead of the night. 14 for the Polar Bears. Bobcats trying to get it over the midcourt stripe, and 10 seconds. Backcourt violation on the Bobcats. Turnover right out of halftime. Near side, JJCA will pass in to Decorion White. Now to Poe, near side, right wing. Boy, the pep band left, and that just killed the atmosphere. Boy, I tell you what, they were very energetic pep band, that is for sure. Maybe that'll help out the Bobcats here in the second half. Trying to break a press into the front court. Corey Smith loses it, left block. It was poked out from behind as that one was poked by Faudet, and so Bobcat basketball right side baseline. Giannetto inbounds. Rogelio Sarin back to Giannetto. Up to Kyle Smith. Straight on 3. No good, but the rebound put back. Oh, hangs on the iron. Rogelio Sarin did the dirty work, and the putback by him on the right block just could not go. But he will go to line for 2 free throws as the clock stops with 6:35 third quarter. And the first free throw is up off the front of the iron. Just tell Bobcats offensively not confident in shots here tonight. 3 of 4 on the season coming in for Rogelio Sarin. And the second one is up, and that one will rattle home as Rogelio picks up his first bucket of the night. 1 point for him. And now a drive in transition. The Bears go down to the right block. And the drive with Faudet. He'll draw the foul. Not see who that was on. They do not put the player in the foul up on the scoreboard, so not see the indication of the foul. I think it might have been on Hayes as he checks out. I think that was who the foul was on. Trayshawn Brooks is in for him. First free throw at the line by Faudet was good. This is his first trip of the night to the free throw line, and he knocks down both. Faudet coming into the night, 50% free throw shooter, 6 of 12. He had split him to this point through the season, and now a drive down the left block by Corey Smith. And it looks like a foul and a reach-in. JJCA. He picks up foul, a reach-in foul there on Corey Smith. Bobcats inbound to Trayshawn Brooks. Baseline drive, spin move at the left block. Down to Kyle Smith, spin move, and I think they're going to call a charge on that. Boy, I did not see the contact really right there, but Kyle Smith nevertheless going to pick up, or Corey Smith, going to pick up the foul. They tried to hook him a little bit right there. I can see your point, but it didn't really, the move didn't work, but essentially it was the move they saw was fairly correct right there, down low. Now the Polar Bears turn it over back to the Bobcats, facing that backcourt pressure up to Giannetto over the timeline. Now to Kyle Smith, nearly trapped in the near side corner. He does have it ripped away. CA passes up quickly to Faudet, but he lost it, and now a charge is going to be called as Kyle Smith hits the deck. And a foul on Wisdom Faudet. Just a little too aggressive going after that basketball. Kyle Smith almost double-dribbled, right? Corey Smith, almost double-dribbled. Trayshawn Brooks over the timeline, feeds it near side. Kyle Smith knocks down the three, his fifth three of the night. Bobcats back within 12, trailing most of the night on the road here. White drives into the paint, kicks out left wing. Lamar has it left wing as he passes back to the top of the key, Faudet. His layup hangs off the left side of the iron. White got the rebound, but the putback was no good. Polar Bears almost force a turnover as Kyle Smith lost it there. Corey Smith will inbound to the far side. Giannetto, Brooks, Sarin, Smith, and Smith both in the game for the Bobcats. 5-10 and counting. Third quarter on the road. Giannetto hands off to Trayshawn Brooks. A reach in from behind. Trayshawn Brooks lost it. Now he goes into the paint. Lost it. Goes right to Corey Smith. Now backside. Rogelio Sarin hanging out on the right block. And his first field goal of the night, he is three. Now the Bobcats fall asleep defensively. Warbilio will hit the jumper on the right block. His first bucket of the night. In transition, Sarin, left block. Shot is partially blocked. At the left block, it's no good. Back in transition, a three. It's no good on the near side. And a reach in and a push from behind. Aaron Poe missed the three, and the foul's going to come in down low on the Polar Bears. As that's going to be on Wisdom Faudet. There's a nice pass right there to Sarin, using the glass for two. And a timeout's going to be called to the floor. 34-22, third quarter, 4:30 to go. Here on KFJB-TV.
This is Brady from Legends American Grill. The holiday season is upon us, and it's time to book your company or family get-togethers today. Legends has 2 private party rooms available to help ease with the stress and make your party a success. We even offer party package deals and banquet options to help with your planning process. Call Legends at 641-752-1237 and book your party today. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Kyle Smith. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV.
So far the Bobcats have been off to a slow start this one and just trying to play catch up the entire game after the Polar Bears hit a couple big shots back in the first quarter. Wisdom Faudet had 6 points in that first quarter, and since that point they've just held on to their lead. Currently leading by 12, leading by 14 at one point in this matchup. Leading scorer for the Marshalltown Bobcats tonight, 17 points for Kyle Smith. Not a whole lot of production around him tonight, as Trayshawn Brooks has made his season debut, just 1 point as he gets the inbounds out of the timeouts. Carter Giannetto down to the left block. He got the feed from Trayshawn. Glass, it's good. And the first bucket of the game for Carter Giannetto. Way too late to have his first bucket. The senior, count on him to make some big shots for the Bobcats. It's been a struggle for some of the Cats shooting-wise. Now a 3. Speaking of struggle, Amos Poe with the air ball. And back to the Bobcats with 4:05, third quarter. Bobcats have cut it down to 10. Looking to cut it down. It's been that 10-point mark. Nobody told Trayshawn there was a trailer coming behind. He'll hit the deck. And hopefully he's all right. Got to put a hand on that knee right after that little bit of contact down there. So they're going to rule it as Polar Bear basketball. And after Trayshawn Brooks lost a handle on it, did go out of bounds. Lamar at the top of the key had the basketball for a second. Poe hands it off to Faudet. Now Faudet sets the screen. They don't use it. Drive in. Boy, that's a good one. Yeah, it's a good drive by Nazir Lamar. Finishing for 2. He's got 4 in the game. Corey Smith last to touch it, but they do say the Polar Bears were the last to touch, actually. That'll look like Corey Smith touched that one right in front of the student section. He'll inbound. Trayshawn Brooks is out of the game for the Bobcats. Kyle Smith gets the inbounds. Up to Giannetto. Giannetto down the left block. Good move, but just could not convert. Rogelio Sarin's jumper from the left block is no good. A 3 in transition. Pops up back to the iron, no good. Rebound, no. For the Polar Bears, White puts it down on the block. Spin move down low, misses a shot. Think Jacob Hayes might got a piece of that from behind. 3 minutes to go. 12-point game. Bobcats trailing on the road. Giannetto behind his back. Dribbles out. Corey Smith down the left block. He's trapped. Steps in between. Feeds to Rogelio Sarin. Puts it up. The floater's good. And Rogelio Sarin with 5 points in the third quarter. Now the Polar Bears a little out of control. Down to the right block. Faudet with the shot. But they say a foul by Corey Smith. And that'll be 2 free throws for Wisdom Faudet. His second trip to the free throw stripe tonight. And earlier in this quarter, he went and dropped both free throws in. And this one's an air ball. Boy. Trayshawn Brooks back into the game. Corey Smith will check out. 2:40 in the third quarter. Des Moines North, 54% free throw shooting team coming into this one tonight. Bobcats just a 50% free throw shooting team. That one hits high off the glass as it initially hit the iron. Bounces in, it's good. So back to an 11-point game, 37-36. Giannetto with the basketball up high. Feeds it behind for Trayshawn Brooks. Almost loses it, gathers it back in. Give and go. Can't convert. The pass is off to Rogelio Sarin from Trayshawn Brooks. Lamar feeds near side corner. 3 is forced, and it's no good. Kyle Smith with the rebound. Up to Trayshawn Brooks. Gathers it in, down to the right block. Hesitates, as a Polar Bear went flying by. That's enough to throw him off. Shot is no good. A lean in by the... Oh, that's basket interference as the Polar Bears hang on the iron as a shot was put up by Faudet. And then coming from behind, Aaron Poe was looking for the slam. And that one's going to be... Actually, I think that was Warbilio who hung on the iron. No, it was Wisdom Faudet who did hang on the iron. Thought it was Poe initially, but anyway, Faudet with basket interference, so wouldn't have counted anyway. 37-26 still our score. Bobcats get the basketball back. Trayshawn Brooks, near side corner, step through. Rogelio Sarin loses it all over a scrum. And a foul's going to be called on Bilio. A reach-in foul on number 20 for the Polar Bears. That'll be his first foul of the night. That's the 15th foul here in the fourth quarter, and that should mean 2 free throws for Trayshawn Brooks, and the officials will stop play. And they do adjust to the new rule change this year. And actually, it'll be Rogelio Sarin at the line for 2. He was fouled. That's right, down at the right block. And the first free throw's up for Rogelio, and it's good. He is now 2 of 3 at the stripe tonight. And the Bobcats finally cut that 10-point deficit down to 9. And a timeout will be called on the floor. We'll take a timeout with him. 1:45 to go. Third quarter on the road at North. It's a 9-point game between the Bobcats and the Polar Bears.
Some drivers trade cars every year or every other year. Some drive their cars till they drop. Whatever kind of driver you are, Lennox Employees Credit Union is here to get you into the car for your style of driving. You're invited to go to our website, lennoxecu.com, for membership eligibility and loan rates, or call the office to talk to a loan officer. The loan process is quick and easy. Low auto loan rates from Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA.
This is Corey Smith, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-tv.
Bobcats down by 9 on the road. Third quarter, 1:45 to go in the third, as it's currently 37-28 on the Marshalltown Hy-View scoreboard. Let's get a regional scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations in Ames, State Center, and in West Des Moines. All right, some finals starting to pour in tonight. Final, Nevada takes down Sadell. Final score 66-39. Colonesco downs Meskwaki tonight 70-25. Fairfield, last check, was leading Ottumwa 24-16. Lincoln was leading Fort Dodge 34-14. South Hardin on top of East Marshall 29-21. Dowling currently leading Johnston 18-15. Out of the timeout, North with the basketball. A handoff up high to Lamar. Runner in the paint is no good. Put back by one of the Polar Bears down. That was White down low on the left block. He got the rebound and put back. It was no good. Bobcats come away with an outlet to Trayshawn Brooks over the timeline. Swings it left wing to Carter Giannetto. Giannetto dribbles to the right wing. Hands off to Rogelio Sarin. Sarin drops it in. Trayshawn Brooks step back on the long range 2. But Rogelio gets the miss. The rebound. Throws it to Giannetto, and I think North's going to pick up a foul here. Might be Aaron Poe picking up the foul, and it is on Aaron Poe. First of the night for Aaron Poe, and that means 2 free throws for Carter Giannetto as he was fouled on the left wing. But really, that was kept alive by Rogelio Sarin. Trayshawn Brooks missed a fadeaway jumper from the far side of the court. Rogelio got the rebound, ripped it away, got it to Carter Giannetto, who was fouled. And Carter cannot make either free throw. 60 seconds to go, third quarter. Big misses at the stripe right there with free shots for the Bobcats. In transition, the Polar Bears put up a shot with White. And Decorian White will miss the shot, and he heads to the line for 2 free throws. A 44% free throw shooter coming into this one. And they do say it was on the floor, so no shots with 58 seconds to go third quarter. So it'll be just Polar Bear basketball, baseline left side. White inbounds, they drop it back into him left block. Giannetto's waiting there to pick his pocket from behind. It's bobbled. They get it out way up high. Trayshawn Brooks reaching, and no fouls called. Now Jacob Hayes blocks a shot, but Des Moines North gets the ball back as Warbilio puts in his second bucket of the quarter. Boy, there was a lot of pushing and shoving, and nothing called right there as Trayshawn Brooks was looking for the foul defensively. Now he has his pocket picked. White behind the back pass up court. The layup is missed by Aaron Poe. Another putback is missed. Trayshawn Brooks with the basketball. 15 seconds to go. Kyle Smith up court. 3 off the front of the iron. No good. 10 seconds to go. Third quarter. Back in transition. Boy, that will look like he was trying to do a Euro step, but almost a travel by Decorian White. They call a foul on the floor, and that'll be the 5th of the quarter. On the Bobcats, it's going to come in on Jacob Hayes. Decorian White First trip of the second half, second trip of the night, and he's perfect 3 of 3 at the charity line. Well, the Bobcats got it cut back down to 9. For the first time, they were able to break that 10-point margin, but it's a 14-point lead just like that again for North. Hayes gets the ball up court, turn around, 3, pops in and out at the buzzer. And that's how we will head to the fourth. Bobcats trailing at 41-28 our score as we head to the fourth on KFJB-TV.
As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Also, meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. You will also absolutely love their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, including endless pizza by the slice. You choose the toppings. Wayward Social is now open at 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. Wayward Social on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
This is Jacob Thiessen. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-tv.
Bobcats trailing on the road tonight at the end of the third quarter, 41-28 up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. 41-28 the score here, but we've seen some other final scores coming in around Central Iowa here tonight, as also earlier tonight a final Centennial defeated Iowa City Liberty 70-48. Nevada on top of Sadell 66-39, and Colonesco top Meskwaki 70-25. Get an update on some of those other games going on around the Iowa Lions Conference tonight. Ames at Des Moines East, Waterloo East at Hoover, Fort Dodge at Lincoln, as it is Ottumwa at Fairfield. Mason City not in action tonight. They are 0-3 on the season. They take on your Marshalltown Bobcats coming up on Friday night. It's a girls-boys doubleheader. We're underway in the fourth quarter, 41-28. Again, the count. Trayshawn Brooks gets a handoff by Giannetto, left wing over to Kyle Smith. Now to Jacob Hayes, drives in. Baseline up to the right high post, picks up his dribble. Back to Trayshawn Brooks, left wing. Drives in, kicks out. Giannetto wide open 3 off the right side of the iron. Jacob Hayes with a nice rebound over 2 Polar Bears. Back to Giannetto, right wing. Good offensive rebound for the Bobcats. Needing that late here, trailing on the road. And now Hayes throws an interception. Kyle Smith guards enough to get in the way of the layup. Boy, I tell you what, North would be up by 50 if they made some of their easy layups they've had. They have not been able to do that here tonight on a consistent basis. And a few big shots when it's mattered most, though. White guarded by Trayshawn Brooks on the right wing. Day, top of the key, over the right wing. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. White step back, 3. Pure shot right there for White. And now a turnover by the Bobcats. White goes in for the layup. It's good for 2. Boy, just like that, they've nearly extended their lead to 20. And turnovers mounting for the Bobcats. Relio Sarin's shot is blocked. Polar Bears try to save it, going out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bobcats. Last touch by White. 6:25 in the fourth quarter here at Des Moines North. Carter Giannetto will inbound as Relio Sarin is checked out. Corey Smith is back into the game. He'll get the inbound. Now back to Carter Giannetto. Jacob Thiessen checks in for the first time in the second half and loses the ball out of bounds. Turnover Cats with 6:11 to go in this one. Bobcats, short time ago, had it cut down to 9. Far from that right now. White left wing. Drives in, backs it out now, drives back in, guarded by Jacob Thiessen. And a foul's going to be called on the floor. I think it's going to be Thiessen. So Thiessen picks up the foul, his first of the night, first team foul here in the fourth quarter. Inbounds goes to Wisdom Fode. Corey Smith guarding. Fode passes right wing, now back to the top of the key to White. Reset the offense. Loses the dribble, gathers it back in, drives against Thiessen, kicks out, far side corner. Three is off the left side of the iron, but a tough rebound by Fode, but has it ripped away by Carter Giannetto, and the Bobcats had numbers, nearly a 3-on-1, and a reach-in foul from behind on Lamar. So that will slow things down. Bobcats were hoping to get a quick bucket right there, but could not do so with the foul. Giannetto gets the tipped inbounds pass into the backcourt. Now over the timeline into the front court. Speeds ahead down the left block. Hangs in midair. Misses the shot. High and inside. Three in transition. No good off the front of the iron, but a rebound by Amos Poe. And getting the dish is Wisdom Fode, and he puts it in for two. And just like that, it's a 20-point lead for the Des Moines North Polar Bears. And a travel by Corey Smith over the midcourt stripe. 5 minutes to go in this one. Bobcats down by 20. And a quick timeout for his substitution as Corey Smith checks out of the game for the Bobcats. 5 of the floor. Giannetto, Kyle Smith, Jacob Hayes, Rogelio Sarin, and Jacob Thiessen for the Bobcats in their road blues tonight. A drive into the paint and a blocking foul, or they call a charge. I could not see by the official, one of the players in the way. They're going to call a charge. So Wisdom Fode picks up the foul. Giannetto with the inbounds pass. Getting it from Jacob Thiessen. Giannetto swings it to Rogelio Sarin as he gets over the midcourt stripe. Now to Jacob Hayes. Opens up in the paint, and the bunny from inside is missed. The layup is no good. North in transition. White has it. Drives in against three. Bobcats lose the basketball off of his foot. Out of bounds. Back to the Bobcats with 4:20 to go. And a technical foul. Is going to be issued. I believe it's on Aaron Poe, number 11, is what the foul and the official indicated. So came to the near sideline to talk to Julian C.A. And the free throw's up by Kyle Smith, and it is no good. This is the first one of the technical fouls. And the second one is good. Bobcats will have the basketball as well after the technical foul. 48-29, 4:20 to go in the basketball game. Jacob Hayes will check out of the game. Back in for him is Davis Ragland. Jacob Thiessen will inbound right there to Carter Giannetto. Hands off left wing to Kyle Smith. Back to Giannetto, left wing. Three! That one is good. Nothing but net for Carter Giannetto, his first three of the night. With 4:05 to go in the basketball game. Nice bucket right there by the senior. Boy, that was a travel. I don't know how they missed that right there, but nevertheless, Bobcats get the basketball. Rogelio Sarin with the basket as he got the steal, and Bobcats get the bucket. 48-34. Cats trail with under 4 to go in North on KFJB-TV.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Hi, this is Lamar, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-tv.
Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, 48-34. Polar Bears on top of the Bobcats. Bobcats looking to prevent a slide down to 0-4, but they've only got 4 minutes to go in the game. And down big on the road, 48-34. Again, that score. North with the basketball out of the timeout taken by the Bobcats after the made shot. Ball up to the midcourt stripe as they pushed it over with Lamar. Now feed out to White. Left wing three is no good. Rebound by Smith. He'll bring it up himself. Pass to Giannetto now. Giannetto dribbles to the right wing. Now pulls up a three. That one off the right side of the iron. White with a rebound. Underhands it up court to Faudet. Now they lose it. As Billy O, double dribble, left block. Couldn't quite put it all together. 3:20 to go in the game. Turnover on the Polar Bears. Back to the Cats. Giannetto with the inbounds pass. Takes it up to the left wing. Hands off. Kyle Smith three off the right side of the rack. But Rogelio Sarin, nice rebound by him. And the ball is poked out from behind. Looks like a foul's going to be called on White. Should be on number 22 for the Polar Bears. DeCorian White, his first foul of the night. Davis Ragland checks out. Jacob Hayes is back in for him for the Bobcats. Carter Giannetto, baseline right side, inbounds to Jacob Thiessen. Thiessen drops it down to the right block to Rogelio Sarin. Pops it back out to Thiessen. Baseline drive. Gives it to Rogelio Sarin. Flips it behind, and nobody was there as he was thinking Jacob Hayes was in the far side corner. Turnover, Bobcats. Under 3 to go. Lamar gets the inbounds. Feeds it. Near side corner. 3. That one is off the mark for Aaron Poe. Carter Giannetto. Up to Thiessen. Back to Giannetto. Giannetto barking out the signals. Hands it off to Kyle Smith, left wing. Back to Giannetto. Near side corner. Head coach Mike Apple barking out the signals. Left high post jumper's no good for Giannetto. Rebound goes to Lamar. And he'll bring it up court quickly. Dribbles to the right wing. Passes back to the top of the key to Billio. Now back to Lamar. Approaching the 2-minute mark, and Rogelio Sarin with a reach-in foul. Second team foul here in the fourth quarter. Third on Rogelio Sarin tonight. Lamar gets tied up with Giannetto. Call a foul, I believe, on Giannetto right there. Foul is on Giannetto. Polar Bear basketball right in front of the scorer's table. Aaron Poe drops it down to the right block. Faudet, turnaround jumper is good for 2. And it's 50-34. Jacob Hayes got the basketball over the midcourt stripe. Baseline drive. Thiessen missed a shot, got his own miss. Feeds it to Kyle Smith behind him. And the bunny is no good. Kyle Smith still down on the floor. He gets up, looks to be all right as War Billio charges down to the right block, draws a foul on the Bobcats. And Billio will go to the line for 2. He's 3 of 4 at the free throw stripe coming into this game on the season. Kyle Smith, not sure if he rolled his ankle or what going up on that putback, but he was slow getting up. Kyle Smith's going to check out of the game as Billio rattles out the first free throw. Kyle Smith is out of the game and into the game for the first time tonight. Ryan Schmidt. Billy misses both. That one hung on the rim. Giannetto went up for it, got the rebound, takes it up the far side of the court. Gets a screen. Now drives down to the right block. Out of control. Jumper from the right block is no good in transition. An easy two as Wisdom Fode beats back the Bobcats to the other end. And we approach 60 seconds to go at Des Moines North as Jacob Thiessen tries to throw it up. It's stolen away by North, and North goes in. And that one's an easy layup for Aaron Poe. And now North not missing those easy layups. Under our final minutes. Bobcats going to drop to 0-4 on the season. Giannetto fouled as he approaches the midcourt stripe. That'll be the 5th team foul on North, so that means free throws for Carter Giannetto. Coming up after the game, we'll name our Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill Player of the Game. Plus, we'll talk to head coach Mike Apple. Our post-game interview, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. Inside the Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors. So, back to a 20-point lead. Giannetto looking to carve into that. 2 free throws. And the first one off the back of the iron, no good. Giannetto 0 for 3 at the stripe tonight. And with that, we have a line change. We'll take a quick timeout. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
What up, Bobcat Nation? This is Jose Vargas, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-tv.
Welcome back to Des Moines North. The 3 hit by Bush. And a 3 to answer by Adam Boone for the Bobcats. Could not do so. And now Gatleel Jor from the right block puts in the shot for the Bobcats, trailing 57-37, 20 points. They're in a lead. 3 again, that one off the left side of the iron. Rebound by the Bobcats. Giannetto, by the way, as we were away on timeout there, he did make the second free throw. Gatleel Jor drives in, reverse layup, no good. Time expires. 20-point loss for the Bobcats on the road tonight, 57-37. Our final. Bobcats will shake hands with the Des Moines North Polar Bears, who improved to 3-1 on the season. Bobcats drop to 0-4. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Ready to take the next step in your education? Look no further. Marshalltown Community College is your ticket to endless opportunities. Our dedicated faculty and diverse programs are your pathway to success. Whether you're pursuing a career in healthcare, industry, or earning your AA degree, MCC offers the flexibility you need. We provide convenient online classes and locations in Marshalltown and Grinnell. Picture yourself thriving at MCC. Your journey begins now. Discover more at MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Welcome into the Locker Room Report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors, located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Well, 57-37, again, the final score here tonight. It was really Kyle Smith and a little bit of other production out of some other guys for the Bobcats. A really tough night shooting, as the Bobcats fell shy of their 39-point-per-game season average through 3 games coming into this one, as the Bobcats fall to 0-4 now with the 20-point loss to the Polar Bears. They are now 3-1 on the season. Carter Giannetto for the Bobcats finishes with 6-18 for Kyle Smith, 1 point for Trayshawn Brooks in his season debut. Meanwhile, 2 points for Gatleel Jor late off the bench. And 9 points for Rogelio Sarin. He really had a nice second half after struggling with some turnovers in the first half. Turned it around. 9 for Rogelio tonight as teammates found him late. Also, Rogelio has been a mainstay there at the free throw stripe. He went 3 of 4, so another productive good night for Rogelio Sarin for the Bobcats. As also Kyle Smith did a nice job at the line, 3 of 5 tonight. Carter Giannetto, 1 of 4 at the free throw stripe for the Bobcats. So Bobcats definitely got their opportunities at the line and converted on most of them here tonight. Wisdom Fode had a really good night. 18 points he finishes with for the Des Moines North Polar Bears, 3 for JJCA. As finishing with 4 points tonight, Nazir Lamar, 4 for Amos Poe, as DeCorian White kind of came alive a little bit in the second half, as he finishes with 10 points, as Warbilio comes off the bench for 4 points, and that is the scoring summary. 4 points for Aaron Poe as well for the Des Moines North Polar Bears. That is our final stat line here tonight. It's a 20-point loss for the Bobcats on the road, 57-37. We'll get a scoreboard update. We'll name our Bobcat player of the game when we come back. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Jensen Ford, with you every mile along the way. Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse. Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com. Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown, more than ever. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction.
Back at Des Moines North High School, it is the Locker Room Report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks for joining us tonight for our coverage of Bobcat Athletics. By the way, a scoreboard update all brought to you by Central State Bank. Girls earlier tonight, Marshalltown Bobcat ladies won 30-27. Amira Johnson hit a last-second shot after forcing a turnover. Got the victory for the Bobcats 30-27 after Sydney Capeyu put in a 2-point jumper to give the Bobcats that 3-point victory. All that came in the last 10 seconds of the game. It was really a great game. You can go back and watch that one here on KFJB-TV. All right, so scoreboard update all brought to you by Central State Bank. A Tumwa final. They take down Fairfield 60-34. East Marshall on top of South Hardin 70-55. Valley knocks down Urbandale 71-62. Johnston downs Dowling in a tight one 44-40. Grundy Center over Gladbrook Rhinebeck tonight 36-33. And also some other finals, Nevada over Sadell 66-39 and Kolonesko 70-25. And a final a long time ago, Centennial defeated Iowa City Liberty 70-48. We'll try to talk to head coach Michael Apple coming up in just a little bit, but right now it is time to name our Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill player of the game. Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill in Marshalltown. Visit Calvin Rocket pre or post game. Well, 18 points tonight. He went 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Kyle Smith is our player of the game. And tonight he knocked down 5 threes. So heating back up. Opening night of the season last Tuesday, he hit 7 threes against Des Moines Roosevelt. Tonight he hits 5, helps keep the Bobcats in this one. As the Bobcats were only down by 11 at the break. They had cut it down to 9 in the second half in that third quarter after Kyle Smith hit a 3, and then Rogelio Sarin had a real nice third quarter as he put in 7 points of his 9 in that third quarter. So Bobcats fall short here tonight by 20 on the road, but it is Kyle Smith, our player of the game, 18 points as he takes home the honors, as that's our Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill player of the game. Each game, Calvin Rocket awards a free handheld to the player of the game. This is Bobcat Basketball Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Hey Bobcats, this is Garrett with Calvin Rocket. I'm happy to partner up with KFJB and continue the tradition of Bobcat Player of the Week. Follow us on social media for all your Calvin favorites, news specials, and exciting news that's coming down the road. Stop on in and give us a try. We're open Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., and starting September 10th, we'll be open on Sundays for the start of the NFL season. We'll see you at Calvin Rocket, and go Bobcats.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Welcome back to Des Moines North High School. Bobcats fall on the road tonight by a final score of 57-37. Our next broadcast of Bobcat basketball coming up on Friday night. It is the Friday Showcase on the road at Mason City. Our coverage will begin at 6 o'clock coming up on Friday night. Hope to have you along for that one. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube, youtube.com/@KFJB-TV. Now joined by head coach Michael Apple. Our postgame chat all presented by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. Coach, I know you mentioned in the pregame that some of the guys not hitting on all cylinders on the offensive side, but after 7 threes opening night, Kyle Smith kind of found his stroke. He had 5 threes tonight, went 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 18 points, pretty good performance, especially when guys were able to find him for an open look tonight.
Yeah, he has that ability to knock down shots when he's open, so it was good to see from him. When we were able to get a shot attempt off, that was good.
They really put a lot of pressure on you tonight. You kind of knew that going in, but it seemed like North, on the discipline side, a little bit more defensively disciplined to force those turnovers. They were flying around, making some plays. This is a good test to face that kind of team, especially early on. A lot to learn tonight, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, that was the difference in the game. When you turn it over close to 30 times, you're not going to win. And the thing is, towards midway through that fourth, it was a 9-point game.
Yeah.
So
yep.
That just shows how critical those turnovers are.
Mm-hmm.
You can't turn it over that many times and expect to win.
Yeah, and of course, your team here tonight got to see Trayshawn Brooks back on the floor. I know he only finished with 1 point, but it was just good to see him back out there. I thought he gave you some great minutes
Absolutely.
out there.
No, it's great, and he's going to work his way back into it. He's this is his first week back, so he's really had one practice, and he kind of went light in that. So it's going to take him some time, and we're just really encouraging him to stay positive and understand that it's going to take time, and it's not going to all come back at once. But you could see a lot of good things from him, just the little he was out there tonight.
Final question for you. You're going to have a few days off and then make another road trip on Friday night as you head to Mason City. What do you know you need to get your guys ready for in that game against the Riverhawks?
Yeah, we gotta take care of the ball and make sure we're hitting guys when they're open, and any pressure we may see, we need to break it and be under control and make the right plays. And that's something we're going to have to really improve on. Our teams are going to see that and try and capitalize on that.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for the time tonight, Coach. We'll see you Friday.
Thank you.
All right, that is head coach Mike Apple. Our postgame channel brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. This is the Locker Room Report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Also, meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. You will also absolutely love their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, including endless pizza by the slice. You choose the toppings. Wayward Social is now open at 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. Wayward Social on South 6th Street, Marshalltown.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org. The
KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
One final time at Des Moines North High School. The Polar Bears take down the Bobcats 57-37 in the boys' game. Girls' game went to the ladies 30-27. The final there. Thanks so much for joining us tonight for our coverage on a Super Tuesday from the Des Moines Metro. For camera tonight, Keith Stewart and Jesse DeMeyer, our producer back at the KFJB radio studios, Jeff Brooks, and our producer on site on KFJB-TV, Todd Steinkamp. I'm Brandon Lewis. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Hope to see you at Bobcat Live 6-7 this coming Thursday night. We'll talk girls, boys basketball, check in with AD Ryan Isgrig, and also we'll check in with band. They've got their concert right around the corner. We'll talk to Brett Umpton. And basketball, it's a Friday showcase, girls, boys doubleheader on the road at Mason City. Coverage starts at 6. I'm Brandon Lewis. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. You've been watching Bobcat Athletics right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Today's game on KFJB-TV was brought to you by Assured Partners, Boy Scouts of America, Edward Jones, Agent Zach Wall, Embers Retirement Community, Honest Heating and Cooling, Jensen Ford, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wayward Social, Zeno's, Wandering Creek, Wells Fargo Advisors, Laurel Diesel Services, Calvin Rocket, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee, Central State Bank.